look, I think firstly you're right. That's very instinctive for you to pick up on that, because I do think, see what happens, let me back it up. What I believe happens digitally is that when we build a digital experience, we build it for one size fits all. Because we think, well, I'm just going to do this thing called a social network and hope that everybody enjoys it. And then, however, the human brain develops at different times, right? And we typically, with a series of multimedia, might actually be one media. It might be video, or it might be photographs, or it might be text only. So you're taking what could be a multimedia environment into a multimedia environment. And then, so a brand then needs to think about how they're going to target there, because it's getting more, not less. Now the challenge with that is, at the moment, more equals more. So everybody's trying to be everywhere, doing everything. Well, time and 10 years ago, when there was a company who was going to deliver something in an hour. So people think it's amazing that eBay's going to do it. I'm like, Victorian and old service. But now the technology's advanced enough for that to be a really effective service. So a lot of it's cyclic, I think, as well. We're currently still in a situation where it feels like a popularity contest. It does. And part of that is because we want instant gratification. A native user plays with their phone 150 times a day, you know? But there are plenty of services like, there's plenty of services that talk to the negative, like Hatebook, where you can go into Hatebook and defriend and unfollow anybody and talk bad about them.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see indeed. We'll see. No. By the way, it's very easy to be anonymous. It's very easy to be a character and flame people in the web today. Very easy. I just think that, being anonymous it's kind of a weak position, and I think that I do believe that positivity will weigh out versus negative. And delights you, then you don't mind giving the data. If you don't, and I don't know why you're being used to, or I don't know why I'm being targeted with advertising, then I just get confused and defensive. So I think the industry needs to educate people on what privacy means, because without privacy we can't have trust. And trust is the fundamental backbone, I think, of our digital industry to move forward. Because at the moment, digital can be seen as an untrusted environment, at times for brands, because of the idea of privacy. And we know that, because when people hack your data, the only thing we hear about is how bad the internet is. Then we forget about how good the digital experiences can be, because data can actually mean it's a richer experience for us. So I think, I do believe less is more. That's an architectural saying, by the way. That's what architects used to say when they built things. Mies van der Rohe, the grandfather of modern architecture, his saying is less is more. And it talks about sort of the aesthetic to allow people to breathe. So I think the next thing is, I do believe it to be brand presence in a language I like. Yes. Instead of me reading it as a snapshot from a news outlet, I like the casualness of its language, and it gives me, if this is too long, I'm not going to read everything. Here's all the things you need to know about this to be a better conversationalist. Relationships, better connections, that's where I think we're going next. At the moment we're connected. You and I could be friends on LinkedIn, and you and I could never communicate together on LinkedIn. But if I used our LinkedIn relationship to arrange to have a lunch with you, we could have a connection. We go into a connectedness then. We're going into a human relationship because we're using our digital connectedness to do it. And that's where I think we need more.